Greetings once again, Shinobi! Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Naruto, Konoha's story, the Steam Ninja Scroll. Previously, Mirai has gone with a young girl named Tatsumi to find a hot spring said to allow you to commune with the dead. But, like in most situations where something seems too good to be true, Mirai finds a cult led by a man named Ryuki, who comes off charming at first, but grows violent once he doesn't get what he wants. But well, violence is what Mirai's been ready for this entire mission, as she's more than ready to shut down this deceptive ritual. Can she do it all on her own? Or is she in over her head? Join me as I find out, won't you? A pretty sweet cover page of Mirai looking like a badass. It's chapter 12, Taking Up the Mantle. Oh yeah. Oh, so the cover was her about to take off her jacket, as she does so dramatically. Makes me think of King Mickey in Kingdom Hearts 2. She then secures her headband to fight as a leaf shinobi. Naturally, seeing this, the other cult members freak out, going, "Huh? Is that?" But Mirai tells them with a commanding voice, "Nobody move." The men recoil in terror. Mirai then says, "You must be the culprits behind the disappearances near the border." Ryuki questions, "That headband? You're a shinobi?" Ryuki then berates Tatsumi, saying, "Damn it, you brought a shinobi here? You fool! What were you thinking?" Tatsumi, obviously flustered, questions Mirai, saying, "Mirai, you're a shinobi?" But Mirai kind of passes over this question as she asks Ryuki, "Why have you abducted so many people? What's your scheme? What have you done to these women?" Wait, are those all women? I thought there were some men in there too. Ryuki laughs, saying, "Ha ha ha, my scheme? I already told you. I want to lead the world to a better place." Mirai questions, "Through human sacrifices?" Ryuki starts to get manic, saying, "That's right. This is what it takes to obtain the tremendous power to move the world. A ritual of physical immortality. I will surpass the very nature of life to guide the world." His followers raise their fists and chant, "So amazing! We believe in you, Lord Ryuki." But Tatsumi speaks up, saying, "But you said you could use the power of miracles to heal the sick. Was that?" Ryuki tells her, "A lie, of course. A lie in service of my sublime ideal. You see, the most desperate people are the most lucrative. One merely has to dangle hope in front of them, and they'll eagerly swallow the bait." Tatsumi is obviously heartbroken as tears stream from her face. She says, "And when you told me I could meet my mother, was that another lie?" Ryuki then nonchalantly says, "Your mom? Oh, right. No, that was the truth. Kill thy neighbor as the way of Jashin instructs." He then raises a weapon to strike down Tatsumi, saying, "I'll let you meet your dear mother just as promised. In the afterlife." Man, he went stereotypical villain real fast. Ooh, but as he strikes, Mirai just barely manages to get Tatsumi out of the way. But Tatsumi tells Mirai, "You're bleeding." Mirai holds her arm as the blood flows from it. But if there's any blood flowing, it's from her anger. As she says, "The way of Jashin. You're a follower of Jashin?" We then have a flashback of Mirai going through the records, probably at the Leaf Village. As she looks up something on a scroll, she thinks to herself, "The way of Jashin, a radical New Age religion that approves of murder, founded in the land of Steam. But little else is known about them. This says the belief is possibly the product of delusion. The man who killed my father was a Jashin cultist." She sees the name Hidan. Yeah, I'm ready to find out how these guys relate to Hidan, because Hidan's power was like legit, unless it was just like some jutsu he confused for like divine power. But Mirai then hears something which startles her. She thinks, "Uh-oh, someone's coming." And as Mirai ducks out of view of the person going through the record, Mirai thinks to herself, "Hidan, the man with an immortal body." We then cut to the present as Ryuki tells Mirai, "You seem to know of us. Ah, the symbol on your head. You're from Konoha, then. I take it you probably know about the great master." Mirai says with disdain, "You mean the immoral butcher of Yugakure? The man who killed my father?" And Tatsumi's in the back, like in shock. Ryuki then says, "You people don't understand him. Neither does the land of steam. The sheep sing blind praise to peace, and they can't even defend their own land without relying on the other villages. He suffered here alone, but then the way of Jashin saved him. He reformed the ritual and achieved immortality. He kept on fighting, even with no one by his side. He freed the people of this land from the beguiling shackles of peace. He did it to give them strength." I was hoping I'd actually find out what the power of Jashin actually is, but yeah, I ain't really getting that. It's just like, suddenly he was saved by Jashin. It's like, how? I kind of figured it would be yada 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 Otsutsuki power. Ryuki goes on to preach his gospel, saying, "To fight and kill, that is the proper way of all life. In the face of the Master's glorious resolve, so too was your father's life brought to an end." Ooh, he pressed the wrong button on that one. Mirai's eyes just have like this unrelenting fury behind him, like, this mother did not just... But then Mirai grabs her wound. Ryuki then says, "And once again the curse of peace spreads across the world. But I understand the Master. I will take up his mantle and lead the world to a better future." Mirai starts to laugh to herself and tells Ryuki, "You approve of violence and murder to suit your end. Do you seriously believe anyone would want to live in a world of your making?" She then readies her trench knives, going into a battle stance, telling Ryuki, "I'll put a stop to you here and now." Ryuki's men move behind him as he says, "Sure you will. Kill them both," he commands his men as they all go rushing in, weapons drawn. But Mirai manages to easily overpower two of them with some swift hit, but then four of them all move in on her at once. They didn't go to the school of ninjas who only know how to attack one at a time. However, wow, nice. Mirai managed to block all of their blades with her trench knives. She then, in a few swift motions, knocked all of them away. Man, Mirai's got some moves. Nice. She then flips out of the way of another attacker coming to strike at her. In the heat of the battle, she then remembers Shikamaru's teaching as he told her, "Listen, Mirai, to form a wind release, imagine splitting your chakra into two parts and rub them together, like you're finely sharpening two chakra against each other." So she has wind style? Mirai kicks away another cultist, but then Tatsumi is grabbed by one of the cultists and brought in close. Ooh, but Mirai actually using kunai properly for the first time, unlike most other people. I mean, I'm just saying, we rarely see people die by kunai or be struck down, but I just chucked him at the person attacking Tatsumi and he goes down. We also have Shikamaru talking to Mirai in the past, telling her, "It will teach you every jutsu I saw Azuma use, except my taijutsu is hopeless, so you have to learn through muscle memory like this. Are you ready? Pour your chakra into the blade." Okay, so essentially he showed her by having her mimic him using the shadow possession jutsu. That's one way to teach. In present, Mirai continues to be assaulted by the cultists as they all go leaping in with their blades drawn. She actually does a cool move where she jumps onto the weapon of one of the people attacking her, leaps into the air, pours chakra into her blades, and comes down with a strike using Hien, Flying Swallow. She then goes speeding into a group of other cultists, breaking all of their weapons with her chakra blades. Ooh, and felling all of the cultists. Dang, nice showing. Ryuki is in shock, saying, "Impossible." He then commands his men, saying, "What are you all doing? Kill her!" But the men simply tremble in fear as Ryuki calls them useless fools. Mirai, pretty much not having even broken a sweat, then tells Ryuki, "This ends now." Man, it was actually really awesome to see Mirai in action, because we've seen how powerful Azuma could be in combat, so good stuff. I have loved that the legacy of Azuma has lived on. Like, if you play the games or watch some of the shows, you have Mirai with the trench knives fighting. You also have Konoha using them when he actually gets to fight in some stuff, in like games and stuff. I am sad that Shikamaru couldn't find a use for them ultimately. I mean, he has, but it's not his primary go-to. But it was pretty cool seeing how Shikamaru managed to train Mirai and hone her skills and learn what she could. And if anyone could probably remember some of Azuma's moves and then be able to be like, okay, I think now that I'm older, I understand them. He probably realized, okay, this is what he was doing, this is what he was doing, this, that, and the other. But I really did love the action in this chapter. It was very fluid, great momentum. Maybe it helped that this has already been adapted into the anime, which I still haven't seen. Maybe one day. But again, just great stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Were you happy to really see Mirai just cutting loose? It's obvious Ryuki isn't like on the same caliber as Hidan, but I think that's for the best. Hidan's ability was just a bit much, and I'm pretty okay with Ryuki not having that same level of ability. Because then it'd be like, Mirai, you're good, but I think you'd end up dying the same as your dad against Hidan. Like, especially a Hidan 2.0. Or maybe she'd overcome it. That'd be pretty cool too. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next chapter. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.